How is everybody doing? It's the Fade and Fire. This time I just want to talk about FromSoft and them as a company and how everybody's been kind of on a hate train. I've been seeing a lot of people hating on FromSoft, saying they don't know how to make the game and you know, they're doing a lot of things wrong, blah blah blah, whatever. And the game's only been out for a month, you know, a month and a week, I would say.
Hey!
But for what it is and where we're at now and how long the game has been out, I think FromSoft has done a great job with the balancing, and you know, some things were just completely broken and needed to be immediately patched, like the Storm Curve Greatsword Infinite Stun Lock. That needed to be instantly patched. But you know, I recently gained a lot of faith in FromSoft, and as in recently, I mean like earlier on today when I was recording these fights, I was using my Moonlight Greatsword and I got a riposte, and I hit more damage than I usually do. It wasn't much, but it was a considerable amount. And I was thinking to myself, like, I usually don't hit that much on my Moonlight Greatsword. Nice jumping attack on him. You know, I was gonna go for the parry, so he went for a jumping attack. It's kind of predictable on my part, but so he, I realized I got more damage than I usually do. So I looked at my Moonlight Greatsword, and I saw that it had an E scaling in strength, no scaling in dexterity, and a B scaling in magic or intelligence. And I was thrilled because at the beginning of the game, when I first got the Moonlight Greatsword, I was so disappointed. I wasn't really so mad about the split damage because I felt that in the past games, you know, you just put on Great Magic Barrier and you kind of get fucked if you have a Moonlight Greatsword because it was all magical damage. So the magical scaling or the physical properties of the sword really didn't matter to me, but I did not like how the scalings were just everywhere. I mean, they had a D in strength, a E in dexterity, and only a C for intelligence, and I was like, what the, you know, that's terrible. You know, so I'm only getting a C, and the minimum requirement to carry the sword is 16, but to make my AR even 600, I needed to put 20 into strength, and I had 60 in intelligence, and I only had an AR of I think about 604, and that's what split damage. So when I realized I got that riposte, I looked at the AR of my weapon, and it was now 674. So it went from 604 to 674. Now, some people might not think that's much, but that's a pretty considerable amount. And it allowed me to remove those extra, you know, about 4 points I put into strength, because I think I had it at 20. I'm pretty sure I had it at 20. And just remove it to the base requirements and put my points somewhere else. And as I was doing it, I was like, you know what, FromSoft is not too bad at coming out with patches and nerfs and all that stuff. Because I was thinking to myself, I was like, these scalings are really terrible on this weapon. They're just everywhere and they're not so great, and it doesn't do the weapon justice. And I don't know whether the community also complained about it and sent formal complaints, because I know I did not. Or I don't know whether FromSoft just read my mind or something, but the fact that they fixed it and made it a better weapon for intelligence users made me just have faith in what they're gonna do in the future. Now, I'm not saying everything is all dim and grim right now. Actually, everything is pretty good, but it made me have more faith in what they're gonna do into the future as to what needs to be fixed right now, and that is dark magic. You know, some of the weapon combos are absolutely, they take off way too much damage, and the great shields need a little bit of a nerf, and the magic needs a little bit of a tracking upgrade. But you know, and this little thing about weapon scaling really gave me a boost in morale that FromSoft would eventually come to fixing all this stuff that needs to be fixed, or you know, that needs to be balanced. Now, why would such a small thing give me hope? It's because it is a small thing. All right, weapon scaling is not usually something that is put under the microscope a lot and that is fixed a lot in Souls games. But FromSoft realized that maybe the weapon scaling was not the greatest choice on this weapon, and they realized that, and they fixed it, and that is ultimately will make this a better game, especially when the DLC comes out. I've said it before, FromSoft does great with DLC. I can't really remember a time where they did not do awesome with DLC. Dark Souls 2 DLC was awesome. Dark Souls 1 DLC was freaking great. Bloodborne DLC, as we all know, was freaking amazing.
Hey!
I never really played Demon Souls, but I'm pretty sure if they did have any DLC content, that it was also amazing. But so I'm really looking forward to what FromSoft has in store, and I just want everybody to kind of chill out. I got a nice counterattack there. That was, I realized you could kind of hear a sound. It's like a flat balloon kind of sound whenever you get a counterattack. I just now realized that, so I got a nice counterattack on him there for like 1,100 damage. But I'm really looking forward to the future from what FromSoft has in store for us, and and this weapon scaling thing. I know it's crazy how I just got so boosted by this weapon scaling, but you know, I just have faith that FromSoft will eventually, whether it be in 2 months or 3 months or however many months it takes, they will, you know, not fix everything, because some things are relative to the person. So you know, some person might think this is wrong, some person, another person might think, you know, that it's okay, and you know, everybody's entitled to opinion, so they can't cater to everybody's needs. But the stuff that is obvious, that most of the community agrees upon, that is kind of retarded, like the damage on some of the combos are just absolutely stupid. The sliding, I know we all have seen the moon slide whenever somebody's connecting into a game, or whether you have kind of not good connection to the other person while somebody's connecting. The host will start sliding across the screen and it gets really crazy. So obvious stuff like that, I do have faith that FromSoft will fix this, and that with the DLC will come some awesome new weapons, spells, and everything that was just lackluster in the first part of the game will just be pumped up and revitalized in the DLC. And I'm kind of tired of everybody on this FromSoft hate train. You know, Miyazaki sucks, and I've been seeing it a lot, and I don't necessarily feel that way. But you know, as the game as of now is great. It's a great game. You know, there's a couple of bugs and glitches, but you know, that's what's to be expected of any RPG game, to be honest. But I have faith that FromSoft will fix things that need to be fixed. You know, you can't really do anything about the phantom range on the Dark Sword, because that's not really FromSoft problem. It's mostly due to lag compensation and, you know, latency and all that. But you know, the S-Stock R1 spam, they don't need to fix that, because it's not something that really needs to be fixed. It's something that needs to be adjusted to by the players. But you know, the stuff that's obvious that most of the community agrees needs a nerf. You know, not just what I think or what somebody else thinks, but as a majority, the community thinks needs a nerf. I believe FromSoft will get to it because they have also fixed the calibrations, because I used to have a lot of trouble connecting to the game, and as of recent patches, I have not had those problems anymore. So, you know, things are looking up for Dark Souls and the community as a whole. And once everybody gets off this whole hate train about the Dark Sword and the S-Stock and, you know, the Sacred Flame glitch, which they're gonna patch, right? Stuff like that that just obviously is not supposed to be in the game. It's not some type of hidden mechanic. It's just a broken piece of the game that needs to be fixed, and they will fix it probably immediately, if not if they already have fixed it. I'm telling you, I just have a feeling that come DLC and come some time, FromSoft is just gonna blow our minds with the DLC and all the new weapons and how they're gonna fix up the game. I think it's just gonna be great. So that's all I got for you guys this time. See you guys next video.